Anyhow, let's bring up why not. And I want you guys all to know that I have to leave here at 6 o'clock.
Multiple times, and I've lost passwords and everything, so I decided I'm going to make my password incorrect, because if I type it in wrong, my computer reminds me your password's incorrect, so I can get it, because I'm a I never wanted to believe my dad was stealing from his job. He was a road worker. But when I got home, all the signs were there. One day, this tiger's walking through a jungle. He spots two men under a tree, and one guy's reading a newspaper, and the other guy's typing on a manual typewriter. The tiger leapt on the man with the newspaper and ate him up, but he didn't even bother the other man. That's because any predator knows Reader's Digest, but writers cramp. Ah. That's terrible. Terrible, terrible, terrible.
Oh, my God.
Well, a limbless man sat on the side of a lake every day, and he had no hands, no legs. He's crying one day, and this woman's walking by, and she sees him all upset. So she says, "Are you okay?" And he said, "No." She goes, "Well, what's wrong?" And he goes, "I've never been hugged by anyone ever." So the woman, out of kindness, she hugged him. She goes, "Are you okay now?" And he goes, "No." So the woman says, "Well, what's wrong now?" And he goes, "I've never been kissed before either." So she gave him a peck on the lips, and she goes, "Are you okay now?" And he shook his head really sadly. And she said, "Well, what's wrong now?" And he goes, "I've never been fucked." And so she looked at him and picked him up and threw him in the lake and says, "Well, now you're fucked."
Oh,
Oh, that was mean. That was so mean.
I like that one.
Giving her ideas, yeah.
There you go. This man killed a deer and he took it home to cook for dinner. And he and his wife decided not to tell the kids what it was because, they might give him a clue and let them guess. So the dad goes, "Well, it's what Mom calls me sometimes." And the little girl screams, "Don't eat it, it's an asshole!" This man's walking in the woods and he got lost. And for 2 days he roamed around trying to find a way out. He hadn't eaten anything. He was famished. And over on a rock ledge he spotted this bald eagle and he killed it. He started to eat it, and a couple of park rangers found him right at that moment, arrested him for killing an endangered species. Well, in court he pleads innocent, claiming if he didn't eat the eagle he would have died from starvation, and the judge ruled in his favor. And in the judge's closing statement, he says, "I'd like you to tell me something before I let you go. I've never eaten a bald eagle. I never plan on it, but what did it taste like?" And the man goes, "Well, it tasted like kind of a cross between a whooping crane and a spotted owl." Helium walked into a bar and asked for a drink, and the bartender said, "I'm so sorry, but we don't serve noble gases here." Helium does not react.
Okay.
When magnesium and oxygen started dating, I was like, OMG. Molecule 1 says, "I just lost an electron." Molecule 2, "Are you sure?" Molecule 1, "Yeah, I'm positive." This statue of a naked woman and a naked man standing in a park at night, and suddenly, from out of nowhere, a magical genie arrives, grants the statues one wish, and both the male and female agree 15 minutes is a real man and woman in the bushes behind them to get things done, So the genie gives a knowing grin and grants their wish, and the man and woman jump behind the bushes, screaming, shouting, laughing, and 12 minutes later they go to the front of the bush and they say they're done. "Well, that was quick," the genie said. "You can do it a second time you got 3 minutes left." And the female and the male look at each other, and the man says to the woman, "Okay, great. This time you get to hold the pigeons so I can shit on them." And a magician worked on a cruise ship in the Caribbean. The audience would be different every week, so he did the same trick every week. However, there was a problem. The captain's parrot saw the shows, so he started to understand how the tricks were done. So once he understood, he started shouting out the secrets in the middle of the show. Hat, look, it's not the same hat. Look, he's hiding the flowers under the table. Hey, why are all the cards of the ace of spades? The magician was furious, but he couldn't do anything. It was the captain's parrot. So one day, the ship had this accident and it sank, and the magician found himself with a parrot on a piece of wood adrift in the ocean, in the middle of the ocean. They stared at each other with hatred, but they didn't say a word. And finally, after a week, the parrot goes, "Okay, I give up. Where the heck is the boat?" And my last one, a priest, minister, and rabbi want to see who's the best at his job, so they each go in the woods and they find a bear, try to convert it. And later they get together and the priest says, "Well, when I found the bear, I read to him from the catechism, sprinkled him with holy water, and next week's his first communion." "Well, I found a bear by the stream," the minister said, "and I preached God's holy word. The bear was so mesmerized, he let me baptize him." And they both looked down at the rabbi. He's lying in a gurney in a body cast, and he goes, "Maybe I shouldn't have started with the circumcision." Thank you very much.
Thank you. Why not? Way to go. Fantastic. Now, for all of you, which all of you know, because it's CatBoys' birthday.